Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Goeiemorgen, dames en heren. Molweni manene, nani manene kazi. Welcome to the 2026 Autumn Graduation at Nelson Mandela University, starting here on our beautiful George campus. In today's two sessions, we'll be celebrating the success of 599 students. Of these, five are doctoral graduates and 11 masters. But altogether, we'll be saluting the achievements of more than 7,000 graduates in total across the various disciplines at Nelson Mandela University. Definitely this is a reason to celebrate. Before we get the celebrations underway, please could we request the following: that the audience rise when the academic procession enters the hall and remain standing until after the moment of silence, again at the end of the ceremony, after the national anthem as the academic procession leaves the hall. That to ensure that your cell phones are on silent for the duration of the ceremony, but please do post on social media using the hashtag #MandelaGrad26, MandelaGrad26. And do tell all your family and friends that the event is being live streamed on our YouTube channel. That you do not leave the hall during the proceedings out of respect for all our graduates and their families who have worked very hard to achieve their qualifications. Should you need to use the restroom, may we please request that you do not walk in front of the stage as it does interfere with the photographer. There's water coolers around the venue, just outside the venue. And finally, we encourage celebration. And in the spirit of celebration, we do ask that out of respect for each graduate, we ask that you allow the executive dean to read out the next name so that everybody can hear it. Finally, please note that in the event of load shedding or an electricity challenge, we do have a standby generator. Please do remain calm and seated, as the generator will start within a few minutes. We trust that you will enjoy the ceremony, and a hearty word of congratulations to each and every one today on your special day. Thank you. dames en heren, ons versoek u om saam met ons oomblik van stilte te neem. Manene nani manenekazi ngokulithuba lokuthi sithi nqumama kumzuzu wokuthula. Ladies and gentlemen, we request that you join us in a moment of silence. Please be seated. Thank you.
Good morning. Apologies for that. Good morning, everyone. Nelson Mandela University welcomes you to this gathering and takes your health and safety very seriously. Let's take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the emergency protocols for the venue. We are currently situated in the Frontech building in the Nelson Mandela University George campus. In case of a medical emergency, we have emergency staff on site. And in case of an emergency that requires evacuation, an alarm will go off in the venue. When this happens, please remain calm and look out for the green running person icons on the walls, as well as the green exit signs on every entry and exit point. For evacuations, please exit to the assembly point, which is behind the control room. We do have trained officials who will safely direct everyone in the venue to the exit point. Please stay calm and report any missing persons when you arrive at the assembly point. And please do stay at the assembly point until an emergency coordinator gives the all clear. Thank you.
Thank you very much for providing us with that safety moment. By virtue of the powers vested in me as Chancellor of the Nelson Mandela University, I hereby constitute this congregation for the purpose of awarding qualifications. Chair of Council, Justice Nambita Dambuza, Deputy Chair of Council, Ms. Misha Limbato, all members of our council present, Vice Chancellor, Professor Sibongile Mutwa, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Executive Deans, Registrar, the Professoriate, members of the Academy and University staff members, Alderman Bronwyn Johnson, Executive Mayor George Municipality, Mr. Jewel Jonkers, Director Eden and Central Karoo Education District, Ms. Judy Westrat, Manager George Business Chamber, President George SRC, Premier, and members of the Student Representative Council, President of the Alumni Association and alumni, university partners and stakeholders from government, the faith sector, civil society, communities, and business. And most importantly, students graduating here today, along with your family members, friends, and community. Molweni, goeiemorgen, good morning. Welcome to this autumn graduation ceremony, held in the shadow of the majestic Outeniqua mountains and on the doorstep of ancient indigenous forests, a setting that reminds us that true growth is both deep and enduring. In my welcoming message today, I have two primary objectives. The first is to celebrate the magnificent milestone you've reached today. The second is to challenge you to use the skills you've acquired to make a tangible difference in society, wherever your journey takes you. So the two graduation ceremonies today at the George campus holds profound personal significance for me. They are the final two I will preside over as Chancellor of Nelson Mandela University, as my term of office draws to a close at midnight tonight. I should advise you that last night, in celebrating this tenure, I was advised to use my power for the next few hours I have left. So join me as I do so. Over the years, I've had the immense privilege of conferring qualifications on thousands of our graduates. It's been the honor of a lifetime to watch so many enthusiastic, qualified people, young and some not so young, cross this stage to mark a new chapter. You are the torchbearers of our nation and your family. These are memories that will remain etched in my heart. I also witness how these George graduation ceremonies have grown over the years, a powerful testimony to the vital role the George campus plays in the life of Nelson Mandela University. So for centuries, sailors navigated uncharted waters, looking to the stars, not because the journey was certain, but because they needed a fixed point to guide them through uncertainty. Today, as you set sail into a world that often seems to have lost its moral compass, I want to speak with you about finding and becoming that fixed point. I want to speak with you about the lodestar. Across our 2026 Autumn Graduation Ceremonies, we are conferring 6,963 qualifications, of which 1,139 are postdoctorate degrees. Here on our George campus today, you are among 851 extraordinary individuals who are graduating. On behalf of our Vice-Chancellor, the University Council Senate, and the entire university community, we are deeply proud of you. We are delighted to savor this momentous achievement with you. Hearty congratulations. You are about to enter the next exciting stage of your life, armed with a degree from Nelson Mandela University. However, you do so at a time when the world and our nation are faced with even more precarity and complexity than we have become accustomed to. The world is an altogether different place from what it was when many of you first set foot on this campus. The global geopolitical environment has become increasingly fractured. Accepted standards of diplomacy, multilateralism, international solidarity, and notions of social justice and equity have been upended. Selfish, chauvinistic, and transactional leadership seems to be actively trying to displace ethical leadership on the world stage, where profit plays a greater role than lives. Intolerance, insult, and disinformation have become prominent features of the political discourse. The ease with which untruths are peddled in politics and amplified across social media confirms that we are navigating a post-truth age. We are witnessing the alarming re-emergence of racism in thinly veiled guises. And we are seeing how the toxic conjunction of disinformation and narrow self-interest translates into the endless spectacle unfolding daily on our news feeds. Promoting social justice, equity, and diversity has suddenly become unfashionable in a political atmosphere characterized by crass selfishness and bullying. But I suggest to you today the values and principles that Nelson Mandela University stands for are not just relevant, they are a matter of global survival. It's exactly in times like these that we must heed the enduring words of the foundational African intellectual Frantz Fanon, who famously wrote, and I quote, "Each generation must out of relative obscurity discover its mission, fulfill it or betray it," close quotes. I mention this because it is incumbent upon higher education institutions to take the long view. We must produce graduates who can discern truth and principle in the fog of deceit. Graduates who are equipped to build a better world. In the midst of current global crises, society desperately needs a lodestar, a guiding light to navigate the complexity around us. Reflecting on the role of higher education, the eminent African philosopher, Professor Achille Mbembe, reminds us that the African university must not merely be a place where we endure the world's complexities, but a laboratory of hope. It must be a space where we actively forge new forms of life and where we cultivate the capacity to imagine and build a different, more just world. What does it mean for you, the Nelson Mandela University graduate? Throughout what we hope has been a life-changing educational experience, we have been at pains to ensure that you leave here with more than just a first-class disciplinary qualification. We hope we've ingrained in you intellectual curiosity, critical thinking, unshakable integrity, resilience, and solutions-driven creativity. Over my years as a Chancellor, 8 years it has been, I have watched thousands of you cross the stage. Each time I've been reminded that hope is not abstract. It's the young woman who becomes the first accountant in her family. It's the young man who overcame obstacles I can scarcely imagine the mid-career professional who chose to return to learning because they refused to give up on their dreams. You have taught me the future is not something we wait for. It is something we build, one graduate at a time. It is this conviction that makes today not an ending for me, but a beginning passed into your hands. This is where you come in. Yours is the generation that must resolve the challenges we face globally and nationally. As an institution, striving to be in the service of society, we expect our graduates to display social consciousness and responsible citizenship wherever you go. Let your Mandela University education be the lodestar that guides you. So this is my final charge to you as your Chancellor. First, seek truth in time of disinformation. Question, verify, and refuse to be a vessel of falsehood. Second, choose solidarity over selfishness. Lift as you rise, and never mistake indifference for sophistication. Third, act with courage. Not the courage of the fearless, but the courage of those who act rightly, even when they are afraid. Do these three things, and your Nelson Mandela University education will not simply serve you, it will serve the world. Now, in conclusion, let me ask the graduates to stand. Those graduating, stand. Turn to your families, your friends, and the larger community who supported you as you traversed this demanding journey. It took determination, resilience, and great sacrifice from the village that raised you. Give them a round of applause. You can do better than that. To all those who supported you to get to this point, thank you, Nkosi, dankie. Please sit down. And you're allowed to ululate, you know. We are immensely proud of your achievements today, and we thank you for choosing Nelson Mandela University. Graduation is not the end of your relationship with us. It marks the beginning of a lifelong partnership as we welcome you as alumni. Please stay in touch through the Alumni Association, and where possible, plow back into the next generation following in your footsteps, be it through mentoring, contributing to a bursary, or simply being an active, engaged citizen. In whatever sphere of life you find yourself, please do your alma mater proud by making a difference. It is through graduates such as yourselves that Nelson Mandela University will achieve its ambition of changing the world. I stepped down as Chancellor knowing that the lodestar of this great institution now rests in your hands. Carry it with you. Let it guide you, and one day when the seas are rough and the night is dark, may you be the lodestar for someone else. Take profound pride in your achievement as you cross the stage today. You have truly earned it. Halala. I request the Nelson Mandela University George Campus Choir to perform some choral items.
Sofika lichona
I'd like to get us to once again thank the George Choir for the wonderful rendition they've just made to us. Let's give them another round of applause. I request the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Business and Economic Sciences, Professor Hendrik Lloyd, to present candidates for the respective qualifications.
Madam Chancellor, I request you to award the diplomas and the advanced diplomas and confer the bachelor's degrees on the candidates who have completed their respective qualifications during the past academic year, whereafter I shall present to you candidates receiving their qualifications in presential.
I award the diplomas and advanced diplomas and confer the bachelor's degrees as requested.
Madam Chancellor, candidates for the diploma in management, Deke Baloyi. Siamtanda Bosman. Lisa Kanya Bosman. Ekanau is Nicole David. Colorado Lamin. Imnakiwe Kambushe. Rishle Gan. Elona Gula. Kabelo Gwangwa. Boitumelo Dlamini. Ndishwa Tochana. Emil Jansen. Gloria Kumani. Sinzi Kona. Tselretsu Kutu. Ulysses Mfuna. Papaseka Mkomole. Solo Makamandela. Letumuso Kobu. Lesehu Abab. Mpo Mahumu. Mogolang Masoma. Uvive Nkela. Sive Agaka. Wakana Matamolane. Lunga Tunyelwa. Lili Maslongo. Yolanda Mgazwana. Marsley Lotwa. Illicit Nyamana. Ponola Twain. Mosa Tunyana. Usani Tau. Nenekazi Konto. Monica Buko. Luandle Mlungwa. Angel Guyane. Atanati Mbana. Yamtindile Mbana. Luazi Ntu. Melanie Mayberg. Nkele Kukle Mzozana. Panele Mona. Sukun Dove. As a super under one. Mokulungu, Obo. Mokulunga and Kunu. Ntombentle, Kubeni. Beverly, Police. Sitemikosi, Nkata. Sesipo, Ntlitwa. Nkosikona, Komal. Anele Nyambi. Lesedi, Mokep. Nathan Rousseau. Sipelo Hucha. Tumisani Sikwambana. Amashle Indaleni. Angel Sitingu. Dan Seister. Kanya Tida. Somila Twanani. Indeville Tutu. Melissa Bassi. Liabona Zembe. Junior Zimba. Ntobezi Zuma. Sipu Zuma. Look at the camera. Sinatemba Zungu. Madam Chancellor, The diploma is awarded cum laude to the following candidates. Ulambinkosi MP, cum laude. Ayabulela Liwani. Isipele Koloka. Amasle Nkondela. Madam Chancellor, candidates for the diploma in marketing, Likona Kivili. Sipesisle Falake. Richard Kachare. Amokelani Leshaba. Tokozo Slaba. Afika Mabasane. Sepesisle Madalose. Apiwe Mdlamza.
Shalom.
Tabesile Mfeka. Mpati Moso. Itumaleng Pekuane. Shantai Muller. Liema Mazoma. As a marshal in Dambambi. Really in Kandela. Katlego Pasha. Zanele Firi. Sibongile Sitole. Sisle Taliwe. Alalita Vilelake. Ayanda Kulu. Madam Chancellor, the diploma is awarded cum laude to the following candidate. Jerry Mabena, cum laude. Madam Chancellor, candidates for the Diploma in Tourism Management, Noluvuyo Patela. Fazeka Badela. Zazipu Blozé. Azolile Kabani. Nokubonga Kwinana. Tandi Kumsha. Ezetu Koko. Atule Kalipa. Tutu Khomore. Komotso Kubisa. Onele Kachwa. Annalisa Jamela. Samakelesiwe Shlongwane. Non Sikilele Dastile. Promise Bebe. Yanalise Dulungana. Lanele Fontaine. Asanda Gonzo. Ayabonga Maccabi. Pelukazi Majambe. Mandalive Pini. Viseka Marx. Nompeto Mashigo. Polana Mashigo. Lutu Mateke. Lebukhang Matlala. Sokologo Matsamela. Pujle Maklele. Abongile Mbolo. Sinevuyum Da. Analiti Mambi. Yameke Slatika. Godfrey Mokwana. Siseko Mbukane. Pochelo Matlalana. Nonslanslam Kabile. Pendilen Hapo. Kulumankun Giovanni. Guguletu Nkelekete. Siabonga Nsao. Sikalewa Nyalase. Tabiso Nzama. Ayanda Tsobonga. Ufikile Kobo. Leratu Hajake. Lazolo Silekwa. Apiwis Ndilo. Nonjabulu Sewela. Demochetsis Hatle. Samongenia Tsotsini. Madam Chancellor, the diploma is awarded cum laude to the following candidates. Leleto Masika, cum laude. Tuma Mafana, cum laude. Madam Chancellor, candidates for the Bachelor of Commerce, Michelle Doyle. Stefan Fick. Look at the camera. Madam Chancellor, a student for Diploma in Management, Omega Ginka. New Mahuma. Suku Kamani. Leon Fenter. Madam Chancellor, candidates for the Bachelor of Commerce, Accounting for Chartered Accountants, Ulrich Potgieter. Josh Loubser. Subanati Sloisi. Asipe Gumbi. Madam Chancellor, candidates for the Bachelor of Commerce, Business Management and Industrial and Organizational Psychology, Justine Westraat. Veronica Malinga. Leratu Kumalu. Madam Chancellor, candidates for the Bachelor of Commerce, General Accounting, Luvuyo Uchula. Alyssa Kutzer. Zinabalawo Mosola. Danelle Muller. Caleb Puren. Letiwe Sibia. Jade Stellenberg. Bradley Stein. Zimnandi Tapi. Pilikushle Zungu. Madam Chancellor, candidates for the Advanced Diploma in Business Studies, Management Practice, Azizwa Banzi. Slendile Dungele. Nasiwa Egan. Tokwanda Kushwayo. Eletu Mbevu. Siolisile Mtlekwa. Mzimazi Msomi. Asasipo Linwa. Sanela Nkosi. Nomatenga Pangwa. Timna Sangoni. Okukle Tsotsozo. Apalele Chokotsa. Sipanati Angese. Buhle Zulu. Madam Chancellor, the Advanced Diploma is awarded cum laude to the following candidate. Sophie Hakosa, cum laude. Madam Chancellor, candidates for the Advanced Diploma in Business Studies, Marketing Management, Mabizolo Da. Zanele Kona. Azibikolo Makija. Amashle Masleba. Ayabonga Makubela. Solofelo Mazibuku. Sinevoyu Sidloi. Horisang Sietsi. Simamkele Tsaka. Sandiswa Koko. Madam Chancellor, the Advanced Diploma is awarded cum laude to the following candidate. Simamkele Nsongo, cum laude. Madam Chancellor, this concludes the awarding of qualifications in the Faculty of Business and Economic Sciences, George Campus.
Before we get to the end of our ceremony, in my capacity as the chairperson of the Nelson Mandela University Governing Council, I would like us to pause for a moment and acknowledge our Chancellor, Dr. Geraldine Fraser-Muleketi, as today, as she said, she officiates at the last ceremonies of her term. So this morning's ceremony is of special significance for the university because this is one of the last ceremonies at which Dr. Fraser-Muleketi officiates in her capacity as Chancellor of Nelson Mandela University following her installation in April 2018. During her tenure as Chancellor, Dr. Fraser-Muleketi has served the university with distinction and dignity. Her leadership, she has consistently reflected the values that underpin this institution, a deep commitment to ethical leadership, social justice, and the advancement of inclusive development. Graduation ceremonies are of particular significance in the life of a university because they are a culmination of academic effort, and in many instances, a transitioning of students from educational to professional life. They validate years of hard work, sacrifice, discipline,
and dedication, and are a celebration of years of achievement by our graduates. This is when the enduring purpose of higher education in shaping individuals and societies is affirmed. So, Madam Chancellor, we are deeply honored. We are deeply grateful that these milestones have taken place under your stewardship, because your own life's work reflects these ideals. On behalf of Council, Senate, staff, students, and alumni of Nelson Mandela University, I wish to express our sincere gratitude for your leadership. We appreciate your guidance and service to this university for the 8 years since your installation in 2018. You have added dignity and meaning to this important academic tradition. And we thank you most sincerely for the contribution you have made to the life and legacy of Nelson Mandela University. As your formal term as Chancellor draws to a close, we know that your association with this university and its community will remain an enduring part of our institutional story. Siyabulela, Chancellor. Sithi enkosi, baya danki. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you. As we draw this graduation to its close, on behalf of the congregation, I wish to extend our deepest gratitude to our graduates for their hard work and dedication. We also thank their families and friends and community for their unwavering support, which has been instrumental in reaching this milestone. So I want the graduates to stand. Indulge me this last time. Can all graduates stand? I'd like you again to turn to your family, your community and friends. I'd like you to take your caps and toss it in the air. I think you can do better on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. If you toss it in the air. You can be seated. Our sincere appreciation goes out to our dedicated academic, professional, administrative, and support services staff for their commitment to education and student success. We thank the Nelson Mandela University George Campus Choir, which enriched this ceremony. So by virtue of the powers vested in me as Chancellor of Nelson Mandela University, it's my distinct honor to now declare this congregation dissolved. I now request the congregation to stand for the singing of the national anthem and to remain standing while the academic procession departs.